What's going on, guys? Coach Chrispect, the wise guy on Instagram. I am so happy now that I figured out how to live stream from my Apple Mac because now I can do it without having to do all this random, using these other tools to do it. And I can do it right through YouTube. So thank you, YouTube, for adding the live feed to YouTube, which has always been on there. I used to always do it on my phone. Now I can do it on my laptop, which I tried to before, but I think what the problem was before was that you can't do it through Safari. You have to download Google Chrome onto your MacBook and then log into your YouTube account through Google Chrome. So like I said, I was going to go live today at 10 o'clock. And so here I am. What is going on, guys? I haven't been on here all that much in the last while, but the goal is to jump on more frequently for everybody and start teaching more on how to sell on Amazon. So yeah, without further ado, hopefully once I see some people pop up on this live stream, then we'll start talking and asking questions. If you're watching this back and you have questions, if you're new to selling on Amazon, you obviously read the title. It says learn how to sell on Amazon, start your own Amazon business for $200. So learn how to sell, or it said learn how to make an extra $100 a day on Amazon, start your Amazon business for $200. So I'm gonna constantly teach every day, teach new sellers, existing sellers, Canadian sellers, American sellers, sellers from around the world, how they can sell on Amazon, start their businesses, start growing their businesses, start growing their inventory, what products to buy, whether you're doing brands where you buy brand name products that are hot, trending, on sale, popular, have demand, that are worth investing in, that will sell fast on Amazon. So that's one business model called retail arbitrage for new sellers who want to learn how to do retail arbitrage. If you have a lot of questions, if you're struggling, if you're in Canada and you're like, I'm struggling to get sales, I don't know what it is, I'll go over troubleshooting with you, all that type of stuff. I obviously have a course out. The course is $97. The course teaches you two business models. It teaches you the business model of buying brands and reselling them, how to do that, and how to make money doing that, get paid every couple of weeks on Amazon or whenever you want, and how to profit on that. And then the other business, which is a bigger business model, private labeling your own brand or creating your own brand from scratch using products that sell well on Amazon, brands and niches that are in high demand. I mean, there's got to be millions and millions of products on Amazon. There's got to be hundreds. I mean, if you think of there's at least about 20, 30 categories on Amazon. And in those categories, there's got to be a list of a top 1,000 per category that are doing a demand per day of a minimum, or excuse me, not per day, but doing a demand of per month of a minimum of 200 sales per month. It's got to be at least 1,000 per category, at least 20 to 30 categories. I don't even honestly know the count, but let's just say there's 20 categories, 1,000 products. That's 20,000 products on Amazon that sell at least a couple hundred units a month, minimum. You should be able to find one or two that will do extremely well for you. So private labeling and finding brands is just finding products that are hot, trending, doing well, and then investing in those products, sourcing that product, and shipping it to Amazon and creating your own private label. So those are the two business models that I obviously teach you in my course. My course just quickly is $100, 10 hours of content, teaching you both retail arbitrage and private label and how to make an extra $100 a day selling on Amazon. What is $100 to you? Probably nothing. I'm sure you probably spend more than $100 in a week. So it's just a matter of a week of saving your money and then investing in yourself. But what people now are realizing when they sign up for my course is that they get me. They get somebody who is doing it. And when you reach out to me as a person who signed up for the course, you ask me questions, I respond. So every Wednesday for sure, if not every Wednesday, as frequently as I can get on there, now that it's super easy for me to get on live at all hours of the day. I'm going to try to test YouTube, and I'm going to try to see when, obviously 10 at night in the West Coast, people are sleeping on the East Coast. It's not an opportune time for me to be live, other than it's convenient for me because my day is packed from the morning all the way to the evening, especially right now that I'm coaching basketball. So, but I'm going to try to find times during the day where I'll jump on, and every time I jump on, it's going to really just going to be the same topic. I'm going to teach you guys exactly how to do arbitrage, how to do private label, what to invest in. We'll hit up some products. We'll hit up some stores. We'll talk about what products to look for. I'll give you the ammunition, and you just got to go out there and invest some income into products. We'll talk about shipping it, how to ship it on Amazon, all that type of stuff. If you have any questions about selling on Amazon, ask me right now. Hit me up in the comment section below, and I will answer your questions. So sales-wise today, when I woke up, I was over 30 units sold by the time I woke up in the morning. And currently I'm sitting at 39. So it's just kind of bizarre. It looks like most of my sales probably are coming from the East Coast, because I only really did 9 extra sales. When I last kind of looked, I've been looking throughout the day, but when I hit 30, it was roughly around 10 o'clock. And now I'm at 39. So for a total, for not a huge total, I haven't even hit $1,000 in sales for the day. So it's kind of like a bunch of my retail arbitrage stuff have been selling today. Not a lot of my private label stuff, maybe about 15 or 20 private label items, but close to, I would say close to 20. So let me count. 1, 2, I'll tell you how many private label products I've sold. Not a lot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 private label products, it looks like. 16. So 16 private label products. That's not a lot. Normally I do way more than that. So only 16 of my private label products, and the rest are all retail arbitrage products. So about 23 retail arbitrage products. So not bad. And keep in mind, again, 30 of them were early, before I even woke up. So passive income wise, while I was sleeping, sales were still going through. Only thing I have to do, or only thing you do as a seller, is get your inventory to Amazon. Then Amazon does the rest. So the advantage of making money every day, whether you sleep or you're awake or whatever the case may be, is Your job is to send products to Amazon. That's it. Your job is not to sell it to a customer, not to have to get customers or any of that type of stuff. Your job is simply to source products, however you want to do it, whether it's from China or it's locally at a Walmart, at a Toys R Us, you know, any type of store where you can find products that are maybe hot, trending, or on sale. Maybe they're not a product you even ever heard of. Your job is to scan those products using your phone and find out what they're ranked, how many other sellers may be selling that product like you, similar business model to you, and what kind of profit that product offers after fees, what kind of fees it has on it, what it's selling for. All of those different key points are things you would look at, not just rank. You know, a thing could have 100 rank, but if it only sells for $12 on Amazon and your cost is $4, you're going to lose money selling it. It could have a rank of 1,000, but if there's 25 other FBA sellers and it's selling for $25, you're going to make $10. The window is pretty skinny before that product is going to start to drop heavily in price. A product may sell for $15, but you might be the only Amazon seller. Your cost may be $2.50. Fees might be $9 or $7. You might make $4. You might make $3. That's over 100% return on your investment. Now it just becomes a matter of how much volume of that product can you find. I call it swimming. Source what is moving. So your job is to go and hunt down products that are moving for you and get that product into inventory and keep that product in inventory. I'll give you an example. I have a product that I source for $2.50 plus tax, after tax of $2.80, that resells on Amazon for $15. And it's my second best product in its retail arbitrage. It's my second best selling product. My first is a private label. My second best is a retail arbitrage product, which I have no control over. I have no control over the aspect of inventory. If it runs out because I can't find anymore, it runs out. So I don't have control over that. Whereas a private label, I have full control over inventory because I'm having it produced. I'm having it manufactured. But in retail arbitrage, you just don't have as much control over inventory. The great thing about this product is it's a relatively new product. It's like a 2017 product. I can get it for $2.50 and resell it for $15. And the fees are relatively low. They're only about $7. So it's about $9.80 plus I allocate about 20 cents per unit. So I just break it even at 10. It sells for 15. I make $5 every sale. So I'm almost tripling my initial investment almost. After profit, I'm getting $5 on that product. That's my second best selling product in my inventory. The volume I do on that particular product is so high that, and most of you have seen my Instagram, I went out and spent about close to $3,000, maybe $4,000 on retail arbitrage products that were all swim products, all products that I set inventory that I sell that's moving retail arbitrage wise. I didn't go and try to find new products or scan things that were new for this particular run. I went and sourced products that Amazon was telling me I needed to replenish. And of this product, I was able to source just over 100 units in one day. So 100 times $5 is $500, you know, and it took me roughly 3 hours to source it all. Going store to store to store, I hit approximately 20 stores that I know that carry the product and managed to get over, like I said, over 100 units. So if you divide that by 20, that's about average of 5-6 units per store. So, and in 3 hours, so if you do the math, 3 hours at a $500 return, that's like making an extra $165-$70 an hour. If you translate that into income per hour. And that was just one product. That's not including other major products that I sell that I keep an eye on, that I want to source locally, and attack that one product. So, that's that business model. Now, how do you know what to actually sell? Well, you got to kind of go through the early stages. The first 2 weeks of your selling on Amazon, the first couple weeks of your sourcing products locally are going to be dedicated to sourcing width. You want to be wide in your inventory and have a lot of individual units and test to see what you should sell. After this stream, I'll jump on my Instagram, follow me over there at the Wise Guy, EWYSEGUY. So just a Y in there. I'll post kind of an infographic of some of the main recommendations I make when you're trying to find brand name products, what to look for other than just brand. Brand is important, but other than just rank. Rank is important, but it's not the only thing. So this will have a few that you need to keep in mind every time you go and scan something. Don't just look at rank, but look at fees, look at profit, look at the price it sells for, FBA sellers, and a few other things. Graphic on my Instagram. Make sure you follow me over there. Jump on that after the show or whenever, and I'll throw a link down below. So if you want to have kind of a cheat sheet, so when you're in a store, when you're scanning things and you see, okay, this has a rank, it's ranked at 20,000. What does that mean? I'll give you some additional pointers on rank. I'll give, for example, for toys, right now it's Q4. If you're new on selling on Amazon, you can't sell toys. I don't think actually, you know what? I think you can sell toys if you ship them to Amazon. Correct me if I'm wrong. Most of you sellers probably know you're only gated if you're fulfillment by merchant for Q4. I don't believe you're gated as a seller, a new seller, if you're doing fulfillment by Amazon, which means for new sellers, it means you're buying inventory and you're sending it to fulfillment centers and letting Amazon do the fulfillment. So I think that's the case. I think you can actually sell toys. I don't know. Anyway, let me know if you know that. I'll look. But regardless, this quarter, if you can ship Amazon, then I'll kind of make a post of what to look for rank wise, what to kind of hover below, number wise, what I hover below. It changes for me. It changes depending on a few things. And that's why I say rank is not the only factor. If the cost of the product, it's a big ticket item, I don't mind a higher rank. Make a lot more product off a single sale. I don't mind a higher rank. The rank number of 100,000 for toys as the stay below line, or the line in the sand, or the max. Okay, if the max is 100,000, I don't mind going above that for certain criteria. I'll go above it if there's money to be made. If it's a big ticket item and there's profit to be made off a single sale, I'll jump above that. I'll jump above that if there's not many FBA sellers, and there's, if there's less than 4 FBA sellers at that given scan time. Of it, if the is high, if I can make on a low cost item, let's say it costs me under $4. For me, $4 is that kind of point. Return on my income is return on my investment is whatever, let's just use $10 after fees, I'll consider jumping over 100K rank. As I jump higher, my cap for toys, for example, is probably 200,000. Once I get up there, it better be playing with my intuition. My intuition, my spider senses must better look, because I've experienced selling lots of products that have over a 200,000 rank. And in my mind, I'm going, why is it ranked so high? Because valuable product, it's underpriced. So you got to use your instincts and your know-how a little bit at that certain point. But that means you're in a risk game for sure. Amazon doesn't fault on their numbers all that much. As far as their ranking is based on sales. When a product sells, it drops in a rank. It sells again, it drops in a rank. It sells again, it drops in a rank. If it's not selling, it becomes unranked at all. So, there's instinct and intuition that you need to use when you're selling on Amazon. But I'll throw up an infographic on just some bullet points of, a cheat sheet of what you should do and what you should look at when you're selling on Amazon and you're trying to source products. Do you guys want me to give you a store list? Let me know. I don't know if you guys are struggling to find products. Let me know in the comments section below right now. And I'll talk, most people know where my favorites are. But I mean, to be honest, I've probably hit 20 different stores, and my favorites change depending on timing and season, price that I want to source. If I want big ticket items, I have a favorite. If I want stuff that routinely goes on sale, I have a favorite. If I want popular toys, stuff that's trending that I know will double the retail price during hot times in the year, I have a favorite for that, and that just comes with experience. And then I have a favorite for low cost products that I can get like for under $4, and everybody knows where those favorites are. I haven't tested much in the clothing niche at all, so I don't really have any favorites for those style of products. If you're interested in selling those, have favorites when it comes to certain categories. If it's electronics, I have favorite stores, all that type of stuff. So you gotta pick your favorite places to source. But rule number one, first step when you're out there, you have $200. You're going to invest it in inventory because your goal is to make $100 a day. What do you buy? What do you buy with your $200? You try to get as much as you can with your $200. As far as if I had an option of buying 8 $25 items or 50 $4 items, maybe 2 of each, so 25 versus maybe 2 of each, so only 4 $25 items, I'd go for the $4 items, and I'd get a couple of each, and I try to get as many different of a variety as I can, and I want to then see which ones sell right away. You want to test the market with some products that are hot in your area. It's kind of like fishing. When you're fishing at a local river or lake, and maybe you're a fly fisher person, and you are going to fish, you need to use different lures or different flies at your area. My area in the West Coast in Vancouver is going to be different than the East Coast as far as what I have access to. is going to be completely different in the East Coast versus West. Is not the same as what's going to sell, because that doesn't really matter. When I buy all my inventory and I ship it to Amazon, they're telling me to ship it to Brampton. So that doesn't matter, but it's what you actually can buy in your area that matters. It's going to be different than what I can buy in the West Coast here. Now, there's going to be a lot of similarities too, because there are a lot of stores that are the same, but what you source is going to change. But I would recommend, if you're new, or if you want to expand your inventory, or if you work on your retail arbitrage business, you're advanced and you want to increase, triple the sales, you got to learn how to moving. So you got to create an impressions of what is going to move by first putting out a bunch of choices, okay, of products that are in your area. So hit up dollar ramblers, hit up Walmarts, hit up office supply stores, hit up electronic stores, drug stores, hit up any store that offers everything, especially in the hottest categories like toys and electronics. Hit those stores up and start sourcing headphones and earbuds, and start sourcing toys, all different types of toy brands, and all the ones that you are allowed to sell by scanning, and it gives you the eligibility. Buy as much of the least expensive products as you can. If you want to do the whole keep it under $5 a product, try to resell it for $20, $25 on Amazon. That's kind of where I would start if I'm starting with $200 scratch. And I would probably look for dollar stores that offer brand name products. So not necessarily a dollar store that sells their brands for $1. It's a little bit harder to convert on those things, and a lot harder to find it, and has a little bit more of a learning curve if you're looking at really maximizing your dollar. Okay, so I mean, everyone has a Dollar Tree. Dollar Trees, for the most part, only sell things that are like $1.25. But they're really hard to convert on Amazon, especially just one single item. It can be done. I have about 10 that convert, not excluding my books, but there's a special way to do it. I always talk about bundling, that type of stuff. How to do it. I talk about creating your own listings, using your own barcodes, buying barcodes. I talk about all that type of stuff in the course on how to do that. But you also need some experience on that. Versus if you go to dollar stores, and there's so many different brand name dollar stores, Dollar Tree, Dollar Giant, Dollar this, Dollar that, $1, $2, Dollarama, all these different dollar stores. Go to the ones that offer brand name products, Lego, Star Wars, whatever, My Little Pony, Miraculous, Netflix, popular trending toys that have hit shows, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you can find brand name products, Mattel's gated. There's going to be some that are gated, restricted. You can't sell them. The brand will bunch that are not, Play-Doh, you name it, that you can scan and resell on Amazon. Find those products in the dollar stores. They're going to be the cheapest place to source them, where you're going to get more for your money. Then just buy 1, 2, or 3 max of each. Try not to go over a quantity of 3 in the beginning, and try to get as much as you can for your money. Pack that in a box, ship that to Amazon for $10, and away you go. Okay. Then when your product's at Amazon, how does that stuff sell? 2 ways it sells. One way is that you always have the best price. As long as you have the best price, your product is going to sell. You are going to get the sale. Okay, that's one way. Okay, that's only necessary to have the best price when you're competing with other sellers who are selling that exact same product that you're selling. So when you see FBA section on your scanning tool, and it'll tell you how many FBA sellers, if there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, doesn't matter. That's your competition within that product. You have to have a better price than all of them. At the end of the day, you got to keep your price lower, but 2, you got to monitor the sellers in there and how they operate. And what I mean by that is some of those sellers, maybe they're use selling etiquette. They just always want to have the best price. They keep dropping their price to a point where it's not worth it to sell. You know, you might have bought the product for $5. Amazon takes $8 to do the packaging and shipping costs and manpower to whatever. The fees add up. It's worth it because shipping alone, if you try to do it yourself, is too expensive for the most part. So it's worth it. But all that type of stuff, they're gonna do it for you. You add those two together, maybe it's $13, and that's maybe there's an extra 50 cents in there when you amortize all those units that you sent in. You know, it cost you $10, but you sent 20 units or whatever, and it's 50 cents a unit per unit is on. So whatever, let's just say it's $13.50, and you can resell it for $20, so you can make yourself $6.50. But then let's say some of those sellers just are driving the price because they're always trying to be the best and maintain the lowest price and get that buy box, and it drops the price down to like $14. Well, you're only going to make 50 cents. Is that really worth it to you? So you got to monitor that stuff. You got to learn how to monitor other sellers and what they're doing and how much inventory they have. And so those are all tricks and tips that, you know, you'll learn along the way as a seller. Or even if you've been doing this for a while, maybe you've been in the game for a couple months, 3 months, and you're just like, your sales are slow. You got to figure out why. And you got to figure out how your sales. Maybe you do need to automate your price. You know, you only have 3 units, not like you have a lot of units. So maybe you need to learn how to automate your price so it always has the best price or always maintains the same price as other sellers, or a penny less or 5 cents less, or whatever the case. Number one, you always have to have the lowest price. The second thing you have to learn to do as an Amazon seller is you have to learn how to run an ad. It is, I don't know what the quote I said the other week. If you are not using Amazon PPC in any shape or form, then you must be rich. I said something like that. You must be rich if you're not using. You must be a millionaire using it. You must not care about making money. You must, you know, be happy with the sales you're getting, or just, you know, this is just a hobby. If you're not using to use PPC, you need to learn how to do different types of campaigns using Amazon pay-per-click. Second way you're going to make sales happen in retail arbitrage, especially. I mean, private label, it's a no-brainer, but retail arbitrage, there's so many people I run into that don't use it. They think advertising for their competition. You're not advertising for your competition. Amazon won't let you advertise or run a campaign if you don't have the buy box. So you can't actually even run a campaign without having a buy box. So you got to have the best price in order to run your PPC campaign. There are multiple ways to run campaigns that I go over. Super beneficial, especially if you have a lot of volume. You know, if you have a couple hundred different products from retail arbitrage, toys, electronics, beauty, you name it, home, whatever section, baby, doesn't matter. If you have volumes of everything, you need to be running group ads where you have a campaign running for literally every one of your products all in one. You need to run them at low cost or low bid rate. You know, one example I give people that I recommend this one for beginners especially. When you go and buy all your products, let's say you go and source yourself $200 worth of, you know, $4 items. And so you've got yourself 50 products to sell on Amazon, whatever. Let's just say there are 30 different types of products, in 3 of each, or whatever. I don't know. Just pick a number. So you have all those products in your Amazon store, and you've turned on automation for all of them, so it's maintaining the best price, the buy box. But let's just say some of those products that you sourced have high profit. Maybe you're going to make 20 bucks if it sells, because maybe you sourced it for 5. Amazon's going to take 12, but it's going to resell for 30. You're going to make yourself 15 bucks if you sell it, but it's high rank. You decided, I'm going to go for this. It's 150K rank. And people are like, that's not going to sell, and they're negative, and they're telling you what they think they know. But hopefully you're on this right now and you're listening to me. If it's 150K rank or a 200 freaking K rank, at the end of the day, you run that PPC ad at the end of the day on those high rank, high profit products with no other seller because they think it's not going to sell. Those are the ones that are going to make you the most money. Okay. So am I saying go buy a whole lineup of products with 150K rank? I'd say that yes, if they have huge profit. If they're $30, I'd say, yeah, go get a bunch of those. If you're going to make 30 bucks a sale or 15 bucks a sale or 20 bucks every sale, and run the automated PPC ad with a low, like I'm talking low, like your bid is like 5 cents, that low, maybe 10 cents max, at a $20 a day campaign or a $10 a day campaign. Run 5 cents and let that campaign run daily. What it's going to do is, and you'll be shocked by the amount of sales you get with the extra impressions. Because what happens is this, and why people shy away from high ranking products, even if they do have profit, is people know that high ranking product with 150, 200K, 250K is on page 13 without an ad. But with an ad, that same product shows up on page 4, it shows up on page 5, it shows up on page 1 sometimes, for that brief moment that one person is searching for that product that just happens to be yours, that you're running a 5 cents click me on that product with a $20 campaign. It just happens to show up. So all of a sudden you have 3 of them and 1 sells. And then why you have width is that one of this sells and one of that sells and then one of this sells. And it adds up. It quickly adds up. And it allows you to reinvest that money, that capital, into more inventory width. Okay, so that's your width. Now quickly, let me answer this question here before we talk about depth. So I know guys are jumping in and out of this. I know there's a lot of basic information I'm talking about here. Some of you guys might already know this. If you have any questions about advanced stuff that you want to ask me, you're going to have to ask me, because I'm not going to go into a lot of that stuff, or you're going to have to buy my course and learn that stuff. So what's going on? I'm going to butcher your name, but it's Hassan or Hasnain Ashad. Hey, coach, thanks for aspiration. You probably mean inspiration. You're welcome. Just added new inventory. What's your advice on private labeling at Amazon.com? It's my primary source of income is private labeling. It's where you need to get to. It should be your goal. If you don't have the capital to do private label, you need capital. You probably need $5,000. Some people tell you can do it with $1,000. You can start a private label, and you can. It's true, but you need to have. You do need a lot of. You need experience. You need experience. You don't necessarily need Amazon experience, but you need retail experience. You need to understand. You do need to understand how to source. You need experience in the sourcing side of things. You need experience in the product research side of things. So if you don't have any of that stuff, you need to gain experience in order to be able to source products, a good volume of them for $1,000 that actually have a long life cycle and will make you money for years on end. But without experience, you're going to need some more capital, because you're going to need to maybe invest in 2 or 3 private label products first, not just one. So you need extra capital. Plus, you're probably more likely to buy a product that is more expensive. See, the people who are able to do it with $1,000 are experts at sourcing really inexpensive product, 40 cents, 30 cents, that they can turn around and resell for $15, $20, $25. So they're experts at getting really good return on their investment. I do have a couple of those products, but I didn't get those products when I first started. It took me over a year to learn how to source those products. But really in that year, I needed to learn how to do research. I needed to learn how to source products. I needed to learn how to do retail arbitrage. I needed to learn how to tie the two together. I needed to learn multiple ways of sourcing products and learning what products do extremely well on average on Amazon. I needed to learn how to pay attention to products, how to bundle products. I needed to learn all that type of stuff. So if you don't have that experience, you're going to need a higher upfront capital. You know, I would say minimum a couple grand for product, because you're probably more likely to find products that are $4 or $5 per unit from China that you'll resell for $25, $25, that kind of thing. You know, $3, $4, $5 US. And then, but you know, that's okay. That's definitely okay, because you're still going to make it. You're still going to make a lot of money. You're still going to kill it. Private label, if done correctly, is the wisest of them all. It definitely is the best business model. Bar none over wholesale, bar none over retail arbitrage, to me. That being said, I mean, if you look at Amazon LITE, he's a wholesaler on Amazon, doing what, roughly $60 million. Yeah, I want to say he's like 60 million. I don't know, something crazy like that. But, and he's doing wholesale, right? So, I mean, other people are going to tell you different things. Personally, for the individual who's not looking to start a warehouse, house their products in a warehouse and hire a staff of 15 or 20 people, if you're just looking to make an extra $100 a day selling on Amazon, $3,000 a month, $36,000 a year selling on Amazon. If you're looking to double that, make $200 a day, it just means you need 2 products, private label products, to do that. If you want to make 72, if you want to make $108,000 a year, you just need to find 3 products on Amazon that are going to make you $100 a day. That's, and again, every private label teacher teaches you this because they themselves learned it this way. You find a product that sells and makes you $10. You sell 10 of those products a day, it makes you $100. So if you can find a product that you can sell 10 of a day, that you're going to make $100 a day selling on Amazon. And if that product can stay popular, it's going to be selling day in, day out. My very first product is still churning out sales to this day. And it's not 10 a day anymore. I started at 2, went to 3. What is it? By week 5, I was churning out 10 a day. Okay. And now I'm at like whatever, 18 months later, and that same product is doing 30 a day. Now, like I said, today, I woke up with 30 sales and it wasn't of my hottest sellers for whatever reason, but that's not the norm. It's just for whatever reason today, private label was just slower. But then there's days where I'll sell 40 of my private label products in one day, and only like 10 retail arbitrage products. Today it just happens to be, I'm at 23 retail arbitrage products, and I'm not a massive book guy, so I don't really have a lot of books in there, but I just have a real solid swim, I call it. Sell what is moving. So I have inventory that is moving, and I've created depth of that inventory. But I'll tell you what variety. So like I said, I have 23 products Let me just refresh this. And I'll tell you what kind of variety. So width-wise, I'll even kind of give you an idea. So a workout DVD I sold. Okay, then a book, then a Power Rangers product, another book, different book, then another baby product. So that's 5 different products. And then another toy, that's 6 different products. That particular toy, the person bought 3 of them. That one person bought 3 of the same toy. It's because it's stupid low. Then I have some depth, same product a few times. Another product that's different. A book, a Thomas product, a Thomas toy. So it's like 8 different things. Few depth, more depth. And then I got an office product that sold. So that's 9 different things. Then a Harry Potter product that sold. That's 10 different retail arbitrage things. Then a Roblox product that sold. That's 11 different things. 11 different things. Power Rangers, that's the same. That's depth. Another book. Oh, and then an LED light that sold for, now this is a product I sourced for $1.40. It sold for $20. So that's like 12 different things. That's 12 different things. So retail arbitrage, where I did 12 width. So that's my width, 12 width, all my fingers plus 2 more. And then a little bit of depth, so I'm going deep. So once you have width, now what does it take for me to get 12 different products sold in one day? Obviously, it takes me inventory that expands really wide of a lot of selection, because I know that if I have one product, unless it's killing it and it's one of the hottest product, I'm going to get a lot of depth. But I'd rather have a lot of width first, and just a little bit of depth, and then just buy a lot more inventory of the ones that are selling in this particular season or quarter, because it's going to change. After Q4 ends, I'm going to have to jump into Q1, right? And maybe certain things become more popular. I don't know what is going to be more popular right now. I'll have to look at it. But certain things are going to be more popular in first quarter than it is obviously in the toy quarter. My toys are going to slow down, so I'll probably ease off on my toy purchases for the most part, and I'll maybe start adding in my book purchases. I'll maybe build more width of my books and start to look at the books that I'm selling. Maybe I can find more inventory of those particular things. Maybe office becomes more popular in January, or maybe electronics become more popular in January. Maybe fitness or the sports niche becomes more popular in January. So that's where, you have to spend time understanding the niches and the seasons in the retail arbitrage game. And then you just have to, again, source width and then fill your depth and go swim, sell what is moving or source what is moving. And that's how you're going to be able to wake up in the morning and go, okay, I shipped, like, for example, we shipped 455 units to Amazon so 455 units we shipped on the Saturday. Yeah, last Saturday. We got them all to Amazon. And then we did more sourcing of bigger ticket items. And if you seen my Instagram, you probably knew where we were sourcing. But we sourced a little less, probably about 75 bigger ticket items that cost on average from $30. What did it cost me? On average, I would say on average price point of cost was about 30, let's say 15 to $50. It was a cost, but the resale average was $45 to $190 is what those products resold for. So that was my second sourcing, and we sourced about 75 of those products and had those shipped out on Monday. So Between the two, like I said, we roughly invested about $3,000, $4,000 into inventory, and it didn't just all of a sudden, that started from $100 retail arbitrage investment initially. That was my very first retail arbitrage investment, and then, of course, I started my private label at the same time, and I used my capital from my private label. Again, the product that I launched blew up, blew up, maintained, blew up. I screwed it up and ran out of inventory. Took me 7 weeks to get back. That story is way back on my YouTube channel. But how long it took me and how I got back to relevance, and how I lost $14,000 in 7 weeks in profit, an estimated $14,000 in profit off that one product, because it was at one point averaging 900 sales per month. That's how it became a bestseller, Amazon choice. Freaking, I don't even think it had multiple badges at that juncture, but it was, Jungle Skull had predicted was going to do 900 sales that month. And it was crazy. I was waking up to 20 sales of that product in the morning at $10 profit, $11 profit when I woke up. So that's really passive income. So passive that is the most passive. And again, Hasneen Arshad, one thing I will say to you, I don't know if you're still on there, say, hey, what's up? Say something if you're still on here. But one thing I will say to you is this. You can't get any more easy of a business model than private label, because it's on your computer a few hours a day trying to find the products using tools. Okay, once you found it, it's quick conversations with manufacturers to find a manufacturer you like and want to buy from. A few minutes to buy the product, however much you want to buy. A few minutes to create, a couple hours to create a listing on Amazon. It's no different than creating a Craigslist ad or a Facebook marketplace ad or anything. Obviously you can put more time in if you want more quality to your ad. But again, there's not a whole heck of a lot difference between creating any ad. It's really easy to do. So just a few hours of doing that. And once you've done that once, it's just a matter of placing an order for inventory, placing a shipping order to Amazon, and sending your inventory from China to Amazon. Like, it's the easy private label. And why I tell people you want to get to that part of business, that's where you want to go. Because private label is the ultimate way to earn your time back. Whereas retail arbitrage, like I said, you're going to need to go out to stores. You need to spend time driving around. You're going to need to spend time sourcing stores. Some days you're going to spend 8 hours, 10 hours in one day going to 20, 30 stores to buy as much inventory as you can. Now, I like it. I think I have fun. I have a great time doing it with my wife. We go and do it. We have a great time sourcing product and just scanning things and buying a shitload of stuff. And hey, if all I had to do was one day a week, 10 hours a day in that day on a Saturday and go buy a bunch of inventory, and I just had to work that one day to buy all the inventory I needed for that week and send it off to Amazon and do that every Saturday, I'd quit my job. And it's just fun. I mean, you can live that lifestyle for sure. You can live that lifestyle of sourcing inventory for a day, buying it up, sending it to Amazon, buying what's selling, sending it to Amazon. You can live that life, man. But passive income, doing private label, so much easier. Because, I mean, for example, my number one selling product is at my alarm. My alarm is a certain level of inventory where if it gets to that point, I have to replenish my inventory. If there is anything I need to do, I basically, after this stream, I'm going to jump on to my Gmail, send my manufacturer a quick email, hey, blah, blah, blah. Just want to check in with you. I'm going to need to order an extra 1,000 units of whatever product I want to order. And that's going to be my email. He'll get back to me and I'll ask him, can you send me an invoice? He'll get back to me, send me an invoice. I will jump on my PayPal. I already have everything set up where I have his PayPal address. I'm going to send him 30%. Production is going to start. He's going to email me in 2 weeks. Chris, production is done. Can I get the balance? I'm going to send him the balance. These are all minute interactions I can literally do with my phone. That's why private label is so much more powerful of a business model. That's why it's also the biggest way to make money on Amazon, selling on Amazon. And this is stuff I talk about in the course. You know, my course is $500 course that I sold. I don't even know how many of them I sold at $500. I dropped it to $100 only for the people who kept telling me, Chris, I just don't have the money. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. I'm broke. I'm friggin' shit this and shit that. I'm just like, you don't have the money not because you're broke. You don't have the money because of the way you think. And that's something I learned a long time ago. I wasn't broke not because I didn't have money. I was broke because of the way I thought. You're broke because of the way you think, not because of the way you have money. You have to think differently. If you really think about it, you can see the money. You have the money. You're just completely blowing your money. Change your life. So I drop it down to $100. Course sells, I don't know, whatever, 3, 4, 5 people jump on it every month. I honestly don't care. I just put $100 to allow people. So I'm not going to give it away for free, right? Free is foolish. And I'll make people invest in themselves at $100. And they'll get 10 hours of basically me not just rambling on, but actually teaching you step by step along the way how to sell on Amazon. And then you got me as a coach, which no other coach offers what I offer to them. If you ask anybody on my Instagram who reaches out to me who are not even in the course, I have conversations with them. I help them. I give them advice. I steer them in the right direction, and they're not even in my course. Why would I do that? So if I'm doing that for people who are not in my course, you can imagine what I'm doing for people who've spent the extra $100 on themselves to learn how to do it. And it's a qualifier for retail arbitrage 2.0, for hybrid arbitrage, and for private label 2.0, which are coming out as well. Where I will basically show you guys how to make $100,000 selling on Amazon every year, doing whatever it is you want to do, minimum. If you want a $500,000 business selling on Amazon, then you just need to learn all the little nuances of how to sell on Amazon. You're welcome for the advice, Mr. Ashard. Thanks for the advice. I just started with retail arbitrage. Once it will boost my confidence, I will start with private label. Retail arbitrage is sometimes disappointing. Yeah, I mean, it certainly is, especially when you're starting. It can be disappointing because you might go a whole day without sales, and I get it. You're excited. You want your sales. You're wondering, why isn't this product selling? You got to make sure you're doing the right things, Mr. Ashad. Is it Mr.? I hope you're a guy. I can't really tell. Hasnain, did I say it right? Hasnain? Give me the Ebonics on your name, but I'll call you Haz. So Haz, yeah, you just need to make sure you're, like I said, get your inventory there. Make sure you have the buy box. Make sure your price so you have the buy box, and then do an automated pay-per-click ad. I mean, if you don't know how to do it, just go on YouTube and Google, or you search for automated PPC ad on Amazon, or how to run a PPC campaign on Amazon. You'll find people teaching you how to do that. Run a basic 5 cents, $10 a day campaign for all of your products, and just leave that running. Leave it running. What you're going to find is this: that campaign is going to run at a cost of 3% of your cost of your retail prices. So if, for example, if you're selling something for $20, the cost of that ad is going to be 3%. So 60 cents. Is that even 60 cents? $10. So on $1, 3% is 3 cents. 10 is 30. Yeah. So 60 cents for that sale to happen. So if you're making $5 on that sale and it costs you 60 cents to run that ad, it's a freaking no-brainer, because without it, you wouldn't have made that sale. Right now, just look at what you're selling right now and go, and then run an automated campaign and then notice the difference. If you get an extra sale or two a day, you're not going to spend more than 3 to 5, 7% ACoS. That's the column you're looking at when you run a campaign, percent-wise. That's huge, man. That's really, really low advertising cost. So do that, then jump on my next stream and tell me how that goes. At least do it and tell me how it goes tomorrow and the next day. I'd be curious. Hit me up, email me if you want as well. I'll throw all this information in the comment or in whatever the description below, so you can connect with me if you want. You can jump on my Instagram if you want at the Wise Guy, and you can just let me know how you're doing. Amazon has a lot of restrictions for new sellers. It has a lot of restrictions for old sellers. It has a lot of restrictions. You have to learn how to get unrestricted. You have to sell products. You have to be a certain type of seller. I don't know what kind of selling account you have. If you don't have a pro account, which is a $30 a month account, you're restricted on stuff automatically. You have to have a pro account to become unrestricted on. So to be a seller, you can be an individual seller and have access to like 20 different categories. As soon as you have a pro, you get access to another 10 different categories. On top of that, you get a bunch of software. So I don't know what kind of account you have. Are you pro or are you individual? If you're individual, spend the $30 a month, switch to pro, get you'll get unrestricted for a lot more categories. You'll gain some categories. Start selling, start doing some of the tips I've given you. Swim with depth, source what you can, send inventory to Amazon, source the cheaper stuff first. Don't worry about big ticket items till later. Source the cheaper stuff first. Send inventory to Amazon. Let Amazon know you're serious. If you have 20 products at Amazon, you're not serious. If you have 100 at Amazon, you're not serious. Stop eating out. Start taking that extra $100, buy products, ship it. So you have an individual account. Well, that's why you're restricted. Individuals it says it right when you sign up for Amazon. Guys, read what Amazon tells you when you sign up. When you go to sign up, their promotion page promoting selling tells you, if you're a pro and you spend $29.95, you get more categories to sell in. So spend the $29.95. I get it. You're testing the water, but that's, again, to me, if you are serious about selling on Amazon, you got to come up with the $30 a month. Cancel your freaking cable subscription, dude. Cancel your subscription to this. Cancel your subscription to that. Lower your phone rate. Like, figure it out. How are you going to come up with the extra $30 a month to get ungated? Then start shipping inventory to Amazon. Amazon only cares about people who are shipping their inventory to them. Make sure you're shipping the right inventory to them. Do not ship restricted inventory to Amazon. Make sure you're shipping inventory that you're eligible to sell to Amazon. Be cautious of what you're trying to send to Amazon and sell. Get in the book game. Go source books for $1. Go source $80 worth of books, 80 books. Send your books to Amazon. Dude, I don't know if Nicole's on here. Nicole, I use her as an example. She's a new seller. She went ham on books. She increased her inventory to, I don't even know how much books she has, a couple thousand books in a short period of time, 6 months, and was able to create $150 daily profit out of that. Sourcing books for 25 cents, $1, a couple dollars, $3, and reselling them on Amazon. So yeah, you're an individual, switch to pro. The problem is that I don't have much capital right now. You do, again, you got to look at life in general. And I know everybody's watching this and like, Chris is ranting right now. You got to look at life in general. You got to stop eating out. You got to stop the bullshit. You got to stop. The best way to do it is don't do it and do this instead. Don't go buy McDonald's. Don't go buy crap. Don't go buy the extra groceries. Don't go buy the 20-pound sack of rice. Buy the 10-pound sack of rice that costs $10. And with the extra $10 or $15, go buy 3 toys. And just keep accumulating inventory. It's so easy to do, guys. It's so easy to do, guys and gals. With spare money, stop in a dollar store, buy that toy. Stop in a dollar store, scan some products. Stop in Staples, stop in Best Buy, scan a product, buy it. If it's cheap, buy it. I was in a store called, I don't know if half of you guys are in the .com or the .ca. I was in a grocery store. It sells groceries. It's everything. It's freaking one of the biggest stores we have. Most of you know it as Superstore. If you're in Canada, but they sell everything. And I was in there, or I wasn't even in there. My wife was in there shopping for groceries with my mom. And she's in the habit of doing what I tell everybody to do, which is scan everything. Scan everything. You scan everything. Scan groceries, guys. Scan everything. So she just happened to be over in the clearance and noticed this product. She scans it, looks at her scanner. It's a top 5,000 product, top 10,000 in what category would it be in? I think it's in home. It's in home, or it's in like, I don't know. It's in either in fashion or home or whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, it's a top 5,000 and 10,000. Sells for $25 on Amazon, new. She sourced them for $1.70 each. The store had a limit of 15. She ended up doing multiple trips to buy all that inventory at $1.50 or whatever, $2. Let's just say $2 times. I think we bought 25 plus 4, 29 plus 3, 32 of them. So 32 times 2 is $64. $64 with the potential of $25 per unit, like $10 profit. So 320. So she turned $64 into $320 profit, and it's a killer. So scan everything. Stop buying all these things. Look at your life and figure out how you can funnel. Just click funnel, which is a way to funnel income in business into creating this wealth that, some of the top entrepreneurs on YouTube are doing. But then there's life funnel. Learn how to funnel your money and redirect it. And if you look at and for people who think that's you, Chris, and that's you, and maybe other people can do it, I can't do it. I'll tell you a tool to use to tell yourself you can do it. It's called your bank. Go onto your bank. So this is my banking app, and look at your account history of what you're buying with your debit card or your credit card, and just go through it and just shake your head. And every time you shake your head, just go, what the hell? I spent freaking $50 on skip the dishes, $80 on this, $20 eating here. In a day, you're going to shake your head. You're going to shake your head and you're going to go, I'm blowing money. I can funnel even a portion of that to inventory if you accumulate $300 in inventory of good buys, of really good buys, you can, like I said, you can start your business with $200. I think that's the title of the stream. You can start your business with 200 bucks. If you can source $300 of inventory, your business is going to zoom. If you're going to do it right, do the tips I gave you. Again, retail arbitrage, again, it just depends on where you are. You got to build inventory to get to where I'm at. It's not a lot, probably 500 different products. I think I'm at 500 different products. I'm selling 20 before I wake up in the morning, you know, at $5 a unit, that's $100 profit before I wake up of retail arbitrage by itself. So, you know, there's a rant on that one. Alvin, what's up? Alvin Cuffy. So what do you recommend for complete beginner starting? If you're a complete beginner, let me read your other one here. So when you find retail products and send to Amazon, do you still do the PPC ads, or do you only do PPC ads for private label? No, you don't only do PPC ads for private label. You do PPC ads for your business, for whatever it is you're selling on Amazon. Okay, you want to make that profit. So Alvin, I'll give you an example. What do I recommend a complete beginner to do? Watch my videos on YouTube. Go back to when I was a beginner. Watch my earliest videos on how I started. I talk a lot about product research if you want to do private label as a beginner, okay? I show you some of the retail arbitrage I did as a beginner, okay? Then skip the middle. There's a lot of great stuff on my channel. And then watch some of my latest stuff, right? It's 18 months. The transformation is crazy. You just need to start funneling your money into product. If every day you can go buy a toy that is $4, 3 times a week, so that's 3 toys a week, okay? Every week, that's 12 toys in a month, okay? Whatever, that's a start. It's 12 toys. Take those 12 toys, package it up, ship it out. If you're like, Chris, I can get more than freaking 12 toys. Like I have a few bucks to spend. Then do it right. Go start scanning products. One, sign up and start. Sign up for Amazon business. Start. Like I said to skip the individual bullshit. Sign up for a pro account. You need 30 bucks a month. I think Amazon even, here's what I would say this. I would say this. Start as an individual until you're ready to ship your inventory. The reason I say sign up your individual account first, I will say this, sign up as an individual account first because it won't cost you anything. You can go source everything you need. Then when you're ready to ship your inventory to Amazon, flip it to a pro account. Change it to a pro. The only problem with doing that is it's gonna show you a bunch of product you're gonna scan, but because you're an individual, it's gonna say restricted. You're not allowed to sell it, not eligible. Versus being a pro, you're gonna have more eligibility. So that's the pros and cons for doing that. Start as a pro, download the scanner app, start scanning products, toys, electronics, home stuff, water bottles, earphones. I'll give you guys a tip. Go scan grocery. Go to a grocery store, start scanning groceries. Follow me on Instagram. I throw products on there all the time that I'm scanning. Accumulate inventory as much as you think you can accumulate, Alvin. Get that inventory going of products that are good. Again, I'll jump on Instagram after this. I'll throw up a, whatever they call them, an infographic of ranks that I'd recommend, other things to look at as a seller that I'd recommend. Educate yourself, Alvin. So start, do all those things. Get your inventory going, get a box, send it to Amazon. The first the whatever you want to call it, I don't know what you call it, but the tie down, what's going to keep you in the business is as soon as you get inventory into Amazon, that's going to keep you going. That's going to keep you in the business. Just don't make the mistake of buying products, shitty products. Make sure you get good products. Okay, so make sure you're scanning everything and just scanning as much as you can when you're in stores. Go up and down every aisle, scan every barcode, scan the face of every book. Okay, scan the face of every product and the barcode. Do both. Scan the front, scan the back. Scan everything. Just start. You see a product goes, fuck, this thing is selling for $30 on Amazon. I can get it for $6. Quick rule of thumb, just add 10. Quick rule of thumb, just add 10. Okay? If it's $6, just add 10. That's going to be what your cost is going to be. If it's $15, just add 10. That's going to be what your cost is going to be. Generally, that's a rule of thumb, unless you're shipping a freaking table. Or if you're shipping a product that resells for $100, keep in mind Amazon takes 15% commission plus their pick and pack fees and their shipping fees. So, but my rule of thumb is I just add 10. If I buy a product for 4, I'm adding 10. That's just my quick math. Just gather your inventory and just see what the profit potential is, and get excited and go, I'm going to get a few of those. You know, if you really are excited and you really want to take a risk and you think like, shit, this is like a low rank. It's a 30K toy, 30,000 rank toy. It's going to sell for $22 on Amazon. I can get it for $3.50. Fuck, they got 10 here. Buy all 10, man. Take a risk, buy all 10. Run a PPC ad, make $7 a toy. That's 70 quick dollars. I'm in Canada too, Alvin. I'm in Vancouver. So everything I'm talking about is 10 times better in the US than what we do retail arbitrage in Canada. You're doing 10 times better. But you also have 10x of everything. You have 10x of competition. You have 10x of products choices. You have 10x of people to sell to. You have 10x of returns, 10 times better of everything in the US than in Canada. But in Canada, you can make it work. So, I mean, it's all these little tips that I'm getting. What I tell you as a new seller, write this shit down that I'm talking about. Write it down. Just make some notes. Chris says, go buy as much different products as possible. Stick to low cost products. Look for low FBA amount sellers. Source toys under 100,000 ranking. Source books under 200,000 ranking. Look for electronics under 100,000 ranking. Look for baby products under 30,000 ranking. Look for whatever. Okay, baby, you're not going to be eligible for. You have to apply for baby as soon as you sell your first lot of stuff. So if you sell 10 things, go apply for baby. Go learn how to apply for a category that you're restricted in, because 80% of them are automatic approval, meaning you just apply, 30 seconds later, you're approved. Or if you have fast internet, you're approved in 5 seconds. I can literally, it might be a video on my YouTube, you have to go check, that shows you how to get authorized for a category in 3 minutes. 100% it's in my course. And that's what I would say to you as well. Invest the $97 in my course. The link is in the description below. Invest. Go get your $97 out of your piggy bank. Go buy that course. You get me. You get full conversations on Instagram, on my email, wherever is easy for you. Reach out. Hey, Chris, I'm just in the store right now. I'm at London Drugs. I'm at Shoppers Drug Mart. I'm at Superstore. I'm at Walmart. Hey, what do you got any tips? I get tips given to me from other sellers all the time. I'll share not their tips, but I'll share my tips with you. I share them with people who buy my course all the time. You know, I'll give you ideas, man. I'll give you stuff. Again, product, let's say you have some returns. what do you deal with returns? Ship them back. Get them back. Just take the sticker off, check it, make sure the product's good, ship it back into inventory, sell it on Facebook Marketplace, all that type of stuff. There's so much you can do with your Amazon business. I can't believe I've been going ranting for an hour and 20 minutes, guys. And it's so cool to actually get some new people up on here. Usually I got my crew from Vancouver, usually about 15 of you guys locally chilling with me. Thanks for hanging out with me, Alvin and Haz. Let me make sure I got all your questions here. I watch your videos in the dollar store and truly like the concept because I'm always in the dollar store. Well, there you go. That's where I live as well. Most of them know me. They don't know what I do, but they just see me spending shitloads of money in their store. On average, like if I go in a dollar store and I leave with $150, purchased in one store, they're like, oh my God, that's crazy. Like 4, 5, 6, 7 bags of stuff because it's a buck item, right? If I'm like on Saturday we did, or on Friday, Thursday and Friday, we did $350 in one store of product. Again, it's brand name product that sells extremely well on Amazon, and with the help of some ads and with just some basic knowledge, you would do extremely fine. Just as long as you can find products, scan everything. There are certain, like I stay away from do it yourself and the categories like marker, like office. For the most part, I stay out of that category. It's really low ranking popularity. Like I think you have to be under top 10,000. There are some stuff that has a perceived high profit value, like a high return. But even with advertising, I still haven't successfully sold stuff from certain aisles in these stores. Buy the course, Alvin. I'll teach you how to do bundling so that you can go to a Dollar Tree. You'll know what to buy. You'll know how to create a value on a product, and you'll learn how to create your own listing, so you would only ever be the only seller on that listing for the most part, unless there are other great sellers who figure out, who know what they're doing. But by owning your own listing, creating your own listing, and being the only seller on there, you can sell the product for whatever you want. You don't have competition within your listing. Competition drives down the price. So why sell something for $15 when you can sell it for $25, the same exact product? So I'll teach you that type of stuff. You'll learn that. And it's $100. You can't go wrong. So consider that. I know you're in Canada, so it might be 125 because it's like 97 US. So, and then you obviously have access to the Facebook group, so you can jump on there and learn stuff in the private group as well. And like I said, you have full access to me. So if you're interested in that course, the link is in the description below, Alvin. Yeah, exactly. How you do $100 weekly on weed and looking for something to make money back? Yeah, well, Google, what is his name? I can't remember his name right now. I was just going to give a YouTuber a referral, but I can't remember his name. But yeah, man, just funnel. Doesn't have to be all of it, dude, but funnel some of that money into products. The best way to do it is just go buy the product. Before you buy the weed, go buy your product. Right? If you buy it, scan. All of a sudden you have like $50 in your pocket. Take that $50. Or even if you only have whatever, I don't even know what I have right now. Love these wallets. But I got myself nothing. I just got myself receipts. So I have no cash on me. But if I had cash, I'm going to stop in a store on the way home. I'm jumping in. I'm scanning a bunch of stuff. I'm buying it. Maybe I spend $25 on product, come home. put it aside, leave in a bag. Once I get an inventory, create a shipping plan, create a shipping plan on Amazon, start sending that stuff in, a shipment. If you could pack one box, usually in Canada, that one box to ship is going to cost you $10 using Amazon's deep discount shipping. So that's just a great way to save shipping your product. So like I tell people, if it's $10 for shipping and you bought 20 things, it costs you 50 cents to ship one product is the breakdown. So you just allocate that into your cost of goods. So not a big deal. If you have double that, 40 units, it's 25 cents. It's nothing. It's pennies to ship to Amazon when you break it down that way. And the return on your investment is huge. I'll study your videos and write things down as well. Yeah, definitely do that. All right, guys. Thanks for chilling with me. Appreciate it, guys. I'm just going to say peace out to all you guys in the comment section here. And hopefully I'll be on here tomorrow. It's a lot easier. I'm going to jump on here at different times. If you're interested in knowing what time I'm going to be on, jump on my Instagram. I'll post it in my stories most likely. Just saying, on Wednesdays, I'm going to go live at 10 o'clock. I coach on Wednesdays. Probably tomorrow, I'm going to go live again after. So at 10 o'clock. We'll talk about tomorrow. What we'll talk about is I'll talk about, people obviously know about Prime Day. Prime Day is the day where you triple your sales. So if you're a new seller and you've been selling whatever, 5 things a day, on Prime Day, you would sell like 15 if you were just the same amount of inventory. So we'll talk about other days that are actually hot that are coming up. I'll give you guys a list of 4 or 5 days to pay attention, like Cyber Monday and blah, 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 Black Friday, and I'll talk about a few more. So those days are coming up. In fact, I think they're this weekend. I don't know. I can't remember. But we'll talk about that tomorrow, guys. I will see you. The Wise Guy on Instagram, Coach Chrispect. Peace.